God. A couple of folks here.
Yeah,
he will. Give him a second.
Mr. Palladino, isn't it slanderous to call Shelley Silver a criminal? It's never been convicted, right?
Shelley Silver has never been convicted, but I think that he should be investigated for his activities, past and present. I think that this man has clearly illustrated a severe conflict, and if not a particular criminal activity.
Mr. Palladino, you said before that the legislature is, quote, not competent as a group to do the people's work. Doesn't that play into Andrew Cuomo's charges that you are a dictator, or at least support dictatorship? It certainly sounds like you don't.
Dictatorship?
Well, that sounds like you don't support a legislature.
I don't support that legislature, of course not.
So does that mean any bill they pass?
I think that legislature has incompetently, represented the people in recent years and I guess for some time now. And it's time for change, and the people are going to bring change to the state of New York.
But they were elected, weren't they?
They were elected, and who gave them to the people?
How are you?
Party rulers.
So does that
Okay,
mean
the rulers of the party gave those representatives that are representing the people today, and that what the people are saying now is don't go trying to give us candidates anymore, because the people you gave us are not representing us. They're not doing our work. They're not even reading the budget bills. They're not even working over there. They're listening for Sheldon Silver to tell them what to do in a one-man dictatorship that's running the state of New York.
Mr. Palladino.
All right, one at a time, Marcia. No, we will put bills before them. We'll look at the bills that they draft. We'll look at them and we'll weigh everything on its individual merit.
How are you planning to attract the Latino vote, and do you believe or not in a reform, in immigration reform?
I believe in that there should be immigration reform. Right? I believe that we should be working on that, and the federal government should be working on it real quick. And yes, I've appeared with the Latino community, and I think that our program for jobs, our program for cutting spending and taxes and giving our people a little breather, all right, from the overtaxation and a burdensome government is good for the entire state, not just the Latino community.
Mr. Palladino, you said several times, this is the new, kinder, gentler Carl Palladino.
Yes, sir.
Why did you change your approach? Why do you think it's necessary?
It wasn't an approach that I adopted before. Okay, it was Andrew Cuomo coming out after the primary, a bird dog and a stalking horse that he found, and coming out and shooting me.
Marcia,
with lies,
I lost that.
lame misrepresentations, exaggerations, and misrepresentations. And he came out and he did that, and he knows he did it. And then he tried to act as though he was above the fray, and that was improper. And that kind of campaigning is wrong. We were on message. We will continue to be on message. We will tell the people what we're about. I've challenged him to a debate. I told him I will debate every day from now until Election Day. We will hear him on the issues. I think his issues should be out there side by side with our position on the issues, and the people should then be able to choose. We want Andrew Cuomo to come out and tell us about Obamacare. How do you feel about Obamacare, Mr. Cuomo? And this idea that you are such a good leader. How do you answer for the Andrew Farkas affair? He took a $1.2 million bribe from Andrew Farkas for giving him a pass while he was at HUD. He gave him a pass. He forced him only to pay back $7.4 million of the millions and millions of dollars that the man stole from the taxpayers. And he also allowed his Andrew Farkas's projects to continue to receive HUD benefits, even though the man his special prosecutor wanted to pursue prosecution of Andrew Farkas. He put his thumb on it, and then he goes and takes a job from the man shortly after he leaves HUD. You tell me what's wrong with that. And Andrew Farkas, okay, is his campaign finance committee chairman today. Andrew Cuomo is a disingenuous person. He's hiding from the people right now because he doesn't want to answer these questions. And I challenge him to come out and debate and to answer to the people. He can't hide, okay? He just can't say, oh, I'm that entitled one. I'm that, and carry that arrogance and that ego around with him.
Okay, 2 more questions.
What kind of budget cuts do you have planned for the teachers' unions?
It's been long said by upstaters that the long litany of downstate, statewide officials that have run for statewide office, governors, and so on, have been out of touch with upstate issues. My question to you is, what does a man from Buffalo know about the issues, about New York City, the surrounding areas, and the issues that plague us here?
I have said before, and I'll say it as clearly as possible, I've never believed in upstate versus downstate. I think it's an excuse by politicians for not doing their job. I'm totally cognizant of the problems of downstate. You have to sit, and generally, and the statewide problems are just the same as the upstate. Our taxes are debilitating. Our spending is out of control. The corruption in government is disgusting. The lack of focus on jobs. People want jobs. They want to be able to work. But most importantly, they want a grounded government that they can then talk to their children and they can feel secure that their government is going to be there for them under the set of rules that they're supposed to be working. They don't feel that now. The government is totally out of control and it's got to be stopped.
One more question.
What kind of budget cuts do you have planned for teachers' unions, Palladino?
Accusing Andrew Cuomo of taking a bribe and you're accusing Sheldon Silver of being a criminal, but their actions that you're accusing them of are years old. Have you ever think about taking any action?
I'm not responsible. Is nobody responsible for their actions that have passed? Yes, his handlers want to say, oh, he's matured now. He committed a crime back then, and it's certainly illustrative of what he's doing now. And what did he do with Stephen Ratner? All right, he gave him a pass. He gave him immunity. And who did they convict? He gave an $88,000 bribe to a brother-in-law of a state official. They convicted this poor brother-in-law. Well, the guy took it, and he's wrong, okay? And they gave Ratner, one of the chief fundraisers for the Democratic Party in the state of New York. They gave him a pass and they gave him immunity. So, and he took a $75 billion share of the pension fund in giving the bribe. And Andrew let him walk. There's something seriously wrong with this man. All right, let's get real. Andrew Cuomo is not the person that should be moving up. Think about this. Think about one more thing, folks. All right, the chief prosecutor in the state with the most corrupt government in America, the chief prosecutor for the past 4 years, and we're the most corrupt government in the state, the United States of America. He wants to rise to higher office. Think about that.
All right, thank you very much, folks.
Are you blaming him for the corruption?
No, but I'm blaming him for not going after the corruption.
Thank you, sir.
Carl, there's a new poll that has 20 points behind. Is there any comment on that?
You've read them, I've read them, they're all nonsense.
Mr. Palladino, I'm a speaker.
Muslim judges